What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome finally it is time for the Legends Fantasy Draft here on Madden 21. It's been a long time coming. Since last year's fantasy draft special that we did with the Chicago Bears, we took them to 10 straight Super Bowls, winning 9 of those, losing, of course, to the Falcons. Or not to the Falcons. Who did we lose to? The Texans. That's right. We lost to the Texans. The Falcons are in the NFC too. I don't know why I said that. But we lost to the Texans in one of those Super Bowls. So, 9 out of 10 is good for year number, or for fantasy draft number 1, but fantasy draft number 2, we are looking to go 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 Super Bowl victories for this year. And obviously, as you can tell, this year we are going to be in the AFC. Last year we were the Bears, we were in the NFC. Now we are going to be in the AFC with the Buffalo Bills. And the reason I chose the Buffalo Bills, not only because I like their old jerseys with the red helmet and the dark blue, I also like their current jerseys that they have with the white helmet and the blue, the lighter blue jerseys. Those ones look cool too. I just wanted to have more options with jerseys, so I picked the Bills because they have a little bit more of an option. But not only that, because back in the 90s, if you guys don't remember or just don't know, the Buffalo Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls and didn't win any of them. They went 0 for 4 in 4 straight Super Bowls back in the mid 90s with Jim Kelly. So that is why I am taking over the Buffalo Bills in this Legends Fantasy Draft series. Last year, I wanted to bring the Chicago Bears back to greatness, and we ended up doing that, winning 9 out of 10, like I said. But I want to bring the Bills back to greatness because we want to win 10 out of 10 Super Bowls with the Bills, and we want to go to 10 straight Super Bowls just like they went to 4 straight Super Bowls. So we want to bring the Buffalo Bills back to greatness. Now, last year, I started the series with the salary cap on, and I wanted to do that this year, but last year, halfway through, the salary cap started to glitch out and become broken, and it wouldn't, like, you couldn't trade anybody, you couldn't get new players, you really couldn't sign anybody new. The cap was just always negative and stuff because everybody was on such big contracts because they're all like 99 overall legends and stuff. So at that point, I decided to turn the salary cap off, and then it was better, but I still followed more reasonable negotiations. I didn't just excuse me. I didn't just sign everybody willy-nilly with like $100 million contracts and stuff. I signed people to reasonable contracts and stuff, and that's what I'm going to do this year. I'm not going to have the salary cap on at all, but I'm going to still follow the reasonable salary cap contracts. I'm not going to spend crazy amounts of money on players. I'm going to give them reasonable contracts for what their overalls are and stuff and what kind of player they are. So, like, say I have to sign, like, Ray Lewis out of free agency. He would probably be a 99 overall middle linebacker. So I would probably give him, I don't know, maybe upwards of a 60, maybe $70 million contract, because he'd be a younger player at this in this series, and he'd be a 99 overall and stuff. So kind of things like that. I just didn't want to have to go through the salary cap being broken and Madden being a bad game and stuff. I didn't want to go through that again in this series. So I learned from my mistakes, and the salary cap is not on for this series, but I still will follow reasonable contract negotiations, giving them reasonable contracts and stuff. So that is one thing that I wanted to point out. We will get into all the players who are in this Legends Fantasy Draft. There are a few extras that weren't in from last year's game that I added in myself, although there is one man that has been left out, not because of me leaving him out, because when this roster was made, he was not in the game yet. Colin Kaepernick is not in this roster. He will not be in this career mode, because when this roster was made, Colin Kaepernick had not been put into Madden 21 yet, so Colin Kaepernick is not in this career mode. I don't remember seeing him on the 49ers or on any team, at least. So unless he got created and I missed him, then that'd be the only way he'd be in it. But Colin Kaepernick is not in this one. I just want to let you guys know in case you were looking to see him or something. I don't know. But everybody else you would think could be in it. So let's get straight into it. I don't know what pick the Bills are going to have in this Legends Fantasy Draft series. We're restarting the league with all these legends and stuff. So I hope you guys do go and enjoy. If I remember correctly, and how could I forget, actually, the very first video of the Bears series is still currently on my channel, the most viewed video in my channel's history. It's got over 7,000 views and probably over like 200 likes or something like that. So if this video could get at least to like 1,000 views or something, like, that would be outrageous. I don't think that's ever going to happen because that Bears opening video was just like probably just an anomaly or something. I'm probably never going to get that many views on a video ever again, but it would be crazy if it happened, and I would be over the moon if it did happen. I would be unbelievably appreciative if that did happen. So if you guys could like share the video around and see what happens, then that would be pretty awesome. But moving on from that, make sure to hit that like button on the video, hit the notification bell and the subscription button, join the Juice Club, and let's start this fantasy draft. Oh, it's time, baby. I know it's been a little bit longer than usual. This roster was taking a little bit longer to come out and stuff. I wanted to make sure everything was ready for it. So it's about a month late. I think I started the other one in September, but now this one is going to be in October. But hey, let's get it started. It's here anyway. It doesn't matter. Let's start it. Oh, and I forgot to mention one more thing. I am the owner this year. Last year I was the coach. I was Matt Nagy, and it kind of got stale after a couple of years because we couldn't change coaches or change teams because I was always the Bears and I was always Matt Nagy. So this year I decided to be the owner, so that if after a couple of years we want to change from Doug McDermott, then we have that option. We want to keep things fresh, like every offseason or every couple off seasons, I would trade away some players, bring in some new players, bring some fresh faces in. I'm still going to do that this year, and I'm still going to do the off-camera, on-camera kind of quotation on-camera trading in the offseason to show you guys the moves that I make and stuff, and show you guys everybody new that we bring in. So that's what we're going to be doing this year. I wanted to change things up and bring some freshness to the series. So Doug McDermott he may be the coach the entire 10 years that we go, but maybe he probably most likely won't be, so we can get some fresh faces in here. But I did want to bring that to you guys' attention right before we get this draft underway, so I didn't forget. But without further ado, let's see what pick we have in the 2020 fantasy draft to restart the league with all these legends. Boom. Start drafting. We have pick 25. 25. That is not good. That is not good. That is not good. Let's check quarterbacks, obviously. So I would assume that Patrick Mahomes is gone. He probably went very early. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is gone. So I was going to draft Patrick Mahomes, actually. But Patrick Mahomes is no longer here. But as you can see by these guys right here, these are the quarterbacks that are left. In the Bears series, we started out with Matt Ryan because I didn't draft a quarterback very early. So we started out with Matt Ryan. He was there for a year. And then we ended up with Trevor Lawrence. We had, what's his name? Justin Herbert. I couldn't remember his first name. We had Justin Herbert for a couple years. Then we moved to Trevor Lawrence. We had Peyton Manning. So we're probably going to stay away from probably Peyton Manning and Justin Herbert, although Justin Herbert was a creative player in that last year because he was a rookie this year. So who do we want to get? Do we want to get a quarterback right off the bat, or do we want to go with maybe a defensive guy like Champ Bailey, Deion Sanders, prime time? Zach Thomas is a new guy from this roster. He is here this year. Eddie George is in this roster now. If I come across any guys that I remember. Patrick Willis, I don't think was in last year's game or last year's roster. Ooh, Randy Moss is here. We did have Randy Moss last year. I think I took Randy Moss with the first pick, or with my first pick last year, because he's just fantastic, and I love Randy Moss. But with us having the 25th pick, that means we're going to have a top 5 or 10 pick in the second round. So maybe we double up on receivers. How is the quarterback? The running back position is very deep. The running back position is very, very deep, so we won't have to worry about that for a little bit. The quarterback position, not as deep, but if I double up on receivers, I may be able to snag one of these guys down here, maybe a Jim Kelly, bring him back to Buffalo, maybe a Donovan McNabb, Ben Roethlisberger, Cam Newton, somebody like this down here. Carson Palmer's here as well, so maybe we snag one of these guys later, but I think I got to double up on receiver. But the question is, what kind of receiver? We've had Calvin Johnson. I got Calvin Johnson and Randy Moss last year, so I kind of want to stay away from both of those guys. So maybe we go. Actually, I don't know if I want to stay away from both of those guys. I may stay away from Calvin Johnson, but I may still get Randy Moss because he's just an absolute monster. But do we take Antonio Brown and Randy Moss? That's what I'm kind of thinking, because they're both deep threats. But we could have Antonio Brown going in the slot or something. You know what? I'm going to do it again. 2 years in a row. Randy Moss. I've made my decision. Randy Moss is our first pick in the first round. The 25th overall. I had to do it. You can't just not have Randy Moss. All right, so we have pick 8 now. So we have a top 10 pick in the next round. So Lawrence Taylor's here. He was always somebody that I wanted to get, but I don't think I could ever actually get him. He was too hard to trade for. We got to get somebody on defense. But how's the quarterback position looking? It's still looking pretty good. Brett Favre's gone now. Tom Brady might be gone after the next time we come around. Aaron Rodgers is here. Johnny Unitas, Michael Vick. I don't want to go with somebody like Michael Vick right away because I kind of want to get a pass catcher. I kind of want to get a probably a field general like a Brady or like a Rodgers, somebody, or Breeze, somebody who can chuck it down the field because we got Randy Moss. Derek Brooks, Lawrence Taylor. I got to get Lawrence Taylor, right? I would be foolish not to get Lawrence Taylor. Maybe I get Reggie White next round. I got to get Lawrence Taylor. I can't not have Lawrence Taylor on my team. Are now on the right. Clock. So we got Lawrence Taylor. What are we gonna get? Who's there for the third round? We gotta see who's here for the third round. Will Fork's here. Reggie White's still here, so we're taking Reggie White. I can't pass up on Reggie White. I never could get Reggie White last year. He was always too hard to trade for. So we have Reggie White now. Troy Polamalu's here. We had him last year. Drew Brees is still here. What about the wide receiver position? Jerry Rice and Antonio Brown are still here. I kind of want Antonio Brown. Chris Carter's. Yeah, I don't know why I said Vince Carter. There's a lot of good wide receivers here. But I got to get that guy to pair up with Randy Moss. Is Gronk still here? Gronk is still here. Tight ends do not go. I'll tell you that. But I feel like we got to get a quarterback. We can't pass up on a quarterback. So You know what? Otto Graham is here. He's got 97 awareness, 96 play action. Matt Stafford, Sammy Baugh, Joe Namath, Carson Palmer. Warren Moon is here, who could be a good option. I don't want to get Jim Kelly because he is the Bills quarterback. I kind of want to get somebody new in here. Dante Culpepper, throw in to Randy Moss, George Blanda. Do we go with Drew Brees? Do we go with Drew Brees in the 4th round? Donovan McNabb, Otto Graham. What kind of guys are down here? Any more legends down here? No, it doesn't look like any more legends down here. These are all the regular quarterbacks. Carson Wentz is here. Carson Palmer is here. He may be a good backup, actually. Jim McMahon, Joe Namath. Do we go with Joe Namath? Or do we go with Cam, who can run and throw it? Otto Graham can kind of run. McNabb can run. I don't know. This is tough, bro. This is tough. I'm not picking Matt Ryan because that's who we took last year. I kind of want to take Drew Brees. I want to take Drew Brees. Honestly, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm taking Drew Brees in the 4th round. He will be our quarterback for however long he's here because he's 41 years old. So he will be our quarterback for year number 1 at least. All right, next up, Adrian Peterson's here. LaDainian Tomlinson, Eddie George, John Hanna. We got to get a good offensive line. I know that. Adrian Peterson. All the tight ends are probably coming up pretty soon. Left guard. What kind of centers are we looking at here? I want to have somebody snapping me the ball. All right, we have a decent amount of centers. Joe Thomas. This is so hard. Let's get Joe Thomas. Protect that left side, the blind side. We got to get a good offensive line. That's just guaranteed. We got to get a good offensive line. DeForest Buckner actually went. Wow, okay. Running backs are going to go. Wide receivers. We still have a decent amount of wide receivers left. Tight ends. I want to get Gronkowski probably. And then, is Travis Kelce gone? Yeah, Travis Kelce's gone. I probably want to get Gronkowski. I probably should get him now, to be honest. Or Shannon Sharp is also here. I like Shannon Sharp. Let's get Gronkowski. Just make sure that we have him. I don't want to lose him.
Bills are now on the clock.
We got Gronkowski. John Hanna is still here. Do I want Eddie George as my running back? I kind of want him as my running back. Larry Allen is here. Let's get John Hanna to shore up that left side. So we got Joe Thomas and John Hanna. Oh, man, I don't know what I want to do. There's so many good people here. Bo Jackson is here. Larry Allen, we might be able to extend and get him a little bit later. Let's check out the running back position. How's the quarterback position doing? Is there still any good backups? Yeah, there's plenty of good backups. Okay. Running back. Walter Payton. Barry Sanders. We had Barry Sanders. We had LT. We never had Eddie George. We had Bo Jackson. We never had Jim Brown. We never had Adrian Peterson, Emmitt Smith, Chris Johnson, CJ2K, Terrell Davis, Ricky Williams. Oh, there's so many good running backs here. Edgerrin James, Fred Taylor. Man, I forgot how tough this was. I forgot how tough this was to pick. But we got to have a good running back to give Drew Brees an option. And you know what? Adrian Peterson, one of the best running backs of all time. We got to take him if he's here. So we have our running back. We have our quarterback. We have a wide receiver. Our line is looking good. We have a tight end. The wide receiver's starting to drop off a little bit here. Not looking good. We got to get a second one. We only have Randy Moss. So let's get Larry Fitzgerald just to shore that up. Who knows how long he'll be here before he retires. Larry Fitzgerald and we got to get Larry Allen. Can't not have Larry Allen. One of the best right guards of all time. But we got to get defense too. I'm not focusing on defense. All the defense players are leaving. Oh, God. Oh, we're going to have a horrible defense. Demario Davis, middle linebackers. Terrell Suggs is here. Oh, man, we're going to have a horrible defense. What about corners? Jason McCourty, Joe Hayden. John Lynch is here. Bob Sanders. Both guys have crazy hit power. Let's go with John Lynch. Get a good safety. Man, I forgot about the defense. I always do that. I always forget about defense. We're going to have to work on the defense and maybe the trades or something. Make sure we get a good defense. Demario Davis. Thomas Davis Sr. Middle linebacker. Dante Hightower or Clay Matthews. Terrell Suggs. Let's just get Terrell Suggs right off the bat so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to have such an old team. Have you seen the guys that I've drafted? I drafted Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Terrell Suggs. We got such an old team. We're going to have a horrible free safety, or at least not a very good free safety. I got to get a good corner. Let's get Joe Hayden.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Got to have a good corner, at least one good corner. I kind of want Darrelle Revis, but I missed out on him. That sucks. There's still decent corners here. Probably should get Thomas Davis. He's an 89 overall.
The Bills are now
So we got Thomas Davis. We've got Terrell Suggs. We just need that middle linebacker. We just need a middle linebacker, and it's Clay Matthews. It's got to be. It's got to be Clay Matthews as our middle linebacker. But who else am I feeling? This defense is going to be awful, bro. Christian Okoye or Mike Allstott. Oh, I want a fullback. I want to use a fullback this season. But who do we get? Or Franco Harris, to be honest. But three of the best fullbacks of all time. Do we get Mike Allstott or do we get Christian Okoye? Mike Allstott. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Mike Allstott. Let's get him.
The Bills are now on the clock.
All right, so we got a fullback. I definitely want to use a fullback. Ooh, Adam Vinatieri. Yes, please.
The Bills are now
Get that
on the
kicker.
clock.
Get that kicker. I don't know how long he's going to be here, but we got to get a kicker. D-tackle. All the good D-tackles are gone. That's not good. Tack McKinley's here. Jabal Sheard. Man, we're not going to have any pass rush. Let's get Alex Mack so we have a good center, because I don't think I have a center yet.
The Bills are now on the clock.
This is hard to pick. It's hard to pick. You guys don't understand. You don't understand the pressure I'm under right now. The pressure to perform. There's still some decent wide receivers. Devin Hester's here. We may need to get Devin Hester. I'll wait a little bit for Devin Hester. What kind of tight ends are we looking like? Still some tight ends. Let's get Jason Peters.
The Bills are now on the clock.
To be a backup, because I think we got Larry Allen already. So I need to make sure who we have. We have a left tackle. We have a left guard. We have a center. We have two right guards. We need a right tackle. Juwan James, Ricky Wagner, Marcus Cannon. Marcus Gilbert could be a good one. Tristan Wirfs. We might need to get a young right tackle to have him grow, like Tristan Wirfs or Andrew Thomas. Let's get Andrew Thomas and just have him grow throughout the career.
Bills are now on the
That'll be a
clock.
good move. All right, so the offensive line's done. We can get backups if we need to. We need a good backup quarterback probably to back up Drew Brees. So let's get Ben Roethlisberger. Maybe Joe Namath, Carson Palmer. Let's get Carson Palmer.
The Bills are now on the
Good
clock.
backup quarterback. Wide receivers. Devin Hester's gone. That sucks. I was going to get him. I was too late. Josh Cribbs is here, though. Golden Tate, Deshaun Jackson. Let's get Deshaun Jackson.
The Bills are now
I don't know how I feel about this. It was looking good at the start, looking promising, but I got distracted. All the good running backs are gone. We have Adrian Peterson. J.K. Dobbins is here, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is down there. So maybe it's not that bad. Let's get Tyler Eifert as our secondary tight end besides Gronk. All right, let's Tyler Eifert. Still got decent corners actually. Jason McCourty. Might as well shore up some corner spots. We might as well get Aqib Talib as well. I mean, he's right here.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it is here, Chief. Tim Tebow's here. You know what? Let's just get Tim Tebow just for the memes. There, we got 3 quarterbacks.
The Bills are now on the clock.
We got Drew Brees, Carson Palmer, and Tim Tebow as our quarterbacks. God, our defensive line is going to be god-awful. Let's get Epinesa because he can grow. He's a young rookie. He'll be able to grow. Some of the young guys should probably still be here, right? Noah Spence is here. Alden Smith is here. We can get Alden Smith. That might be a good one.
The Bills are now on the clock.
We're definitely going to have to get some young guys with some trade value so we can trade. That is for sure. Strong safety Von Bell's here, but so is Rashad Jones. I do like Rashad Jones, so we can get Rashad.
The Bills are now
I'm a fan
on
of
the clock.
him. But I am a fan of Von Bell, too, so. Corners. A lot of the good corners are gone. A lot of my go-to corners are gone, too. What about Josh Cribbs? Is he still here? He is still here. You know what? For the memes, let's get Josh Cribbs.
The Bills are now on the
Let's
clock.
get Josh Cribbs on the team. I wish we would have had a better pick than pick 25. That kind of sucked. Sean Lee as a backup. That's the thing. We got to start looking at backups, too, because we're getting that
Bills are now
later
on the
part of the draft. So we got to start thinking about depth, too, in case somebody gets hurt. D-tackle. We need a good D-tackle. That is for sure. Danico Autry. Malcolm Brown. There's not a good D tackle that I really want to take. So we probably just got to take best available, right? Danico Autry?
The
Highest
Bills
overall.
are now on the clock.
Highest overall D tackle to get. I think all the legends are probably gone at this point. Ooh, Eric Berry, good backup strong
The
safety.
Bills are now on the clock.
My team is so old. Everybody, we're going to have to pay so many, we're going to have to have so many contracts, so many decisions to make and stuff. Oh, I only have one running back. Oh no, I forgot about running backs. That's not good. Oh god, there's nobody here. How could I forget about running backs? Justin Jackson, Mike Davis, Naheem Hines. Let's just get Naheem Hines, I guess, maybe? No? Malcolm Brown. Mike Davis. Let's get Mike Davis from Carolina.
The Bills
We'll get
are now on the
him
clock.
to be behind Adrian Peterson. Oh, man. I definitely don't think I'm doing as good as I did last year. That is for sure. Middle linebackers all are pretty trash. Devon Hamilton, hopefully he'll be able to grow.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Around 36. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Julian Okwara. We could get a young guy. That could be a move. Like Julian. We might as well just go get him. What is he? He's a 69 overall. That's not bad. He could definitely grow.
The Bills
If
are now on the
not
clock.
like a 70, maybe like a 75. I don't know. Maybe that'd be his ceiling. But he could be a good, decent backup for us. Draymond Jones might have to be the move. Draymond.
The Bills are now on the clock.
We're getting to that point where we need just best available, probably. Punter, you know what we do on the channel? We don't punt. So I'll just get like, I'll just get Andy Lee, since he's kind of an old guy. He's a legendary guy, so we'll just get Andy Lee.
Are now on the clock.
We don't punt on the channel, so it doesn't really matter who our punter is. Alright, we're getting to that point where we need to get best available. We have all our quarterbacks, so our quarterbacks are done. We need another running back, probably. I like to run a 3 running back system. We probably need 1 or 2 more wide receivers, maybe another tight end, and just some backup offensive linemen. Good on left ends, good on right ends, maybe another D tackle, good on outside linebacker, another middle linebacker, another corner. Do I not have any free safeties? I didn't draft any free safeties. Ugh, okay. That's not good. Is there anybody here? Darian Stewart. I'm probably just gonna have to move one of my strong safeties to free safety because I have 3 of those. So let's just get. Does he have anything other than normal? No, he doesn't. Let's just get Darian Stewart because he's kind of of older guy, so we'll get him as our backup, and then we'll just move one of our strong safeties to free safety. Probably Rashad Jones will move to free safety. Have him over there. And then I wanted to get another wide receiver. Chris Hogan, Brashad Perryman, Ted Ginn, Travis Benjamin, Jerron Brown, Jakeem Grant, Paris Campbell, Andy Isabella. I do like Andy Isabella. He's a fast boy. But maybe we get a rookie like T. Higgins could be an option. Deshaun Hamilton. Van Jefferson. Chase Claypool's down here. Greg Ward's down here. There's some decent wide receivers down here. Gabriel Davis is down here. Scotty Miller. All right, I'm seeing some decent options down here for the later round. But just to get somebody here, Jakeem Grant could be an option if I could find him again. Alan Lazard also, I missed him. I went over him. But I'm thinking T. Higgins probably. Let's get T. Higgins. Let's put him up here in Buffalo.
The Bills are now on the clock.
And then there was some options later in the rounds if I need to come back to it. But we probably should get another defensive tackle now. Actually, let's look at offensive linemen. Is there anybody here to be a good backup for Joe Thomas, Austin Jackson? He's a rookie, right? Out of USC. Let's get him.
The Bills are now on the clock.
He's a rookie. Let's go for left guard. There's actually decent left guards left. Nobody that I would really want. I'd probably go for a younger guy. Like Michael Jordan, probably. I know he's a 61 overall, but he's a Buckeye, so we'll bring him to the squad. He's probably not going to play very much anyway because we got John Hanna there, so we won't really need him. We need another center, too. Nick Martin. I do like Nick Martin. Or Ted Karras. I like Ted Karras, too. Let's go back up here and take a look at these two guys. Ted Karras has better strength, better awareness, and probably better lead blocking. You know what? Let's get Ted Karras. Who cares? Let's get Ted Karras. He's never gonna play. We got Alex Mack. He's never going to play. We have Alex Mack, so, I mean, we probably won't need him that much. And then we just need a right tackle. Bobby Hart, James Hurst, Josh Jones, Bobby Evans, Isaiah Wilson. There we go. Good young right tackle out of Georgia. We'll get him, bring him to the squad. And then we're done with the offensive line then. We have our kicker and punter. We don't need anything like that. We just need another defensive tackle. Leke Futu. I think he's a rookie, right? He's a young guy out of Utah. We'll get him. He'll be a good young guy to go with Devon Hamilton and them. I know we need another middle linebacker, so we got to take the plunge and look and see what we got left here. Reggie Ragland and Shaquille Quarterman. Decent young guys that we could bring in. Joe Bocci's down here. Reggie Ragland's older. He's got better hit power, better acceleration, less speed. Let's get Reggie Ragland. You know what? Screw it. We'll get Reggie Ragland. He's a little bit older, but he'll be okay for us. He may have some trade value. Who knows? Okay, so now I do want to get another running back because I like to run a running back set. So we got TJ Yeldon, Darrell Henderson Jr., Spencer Ware, Zach Moss, good young rookie. Wow. Joshua Kelly is here. This is gross. I'm not seeing overalls that I like to see, really. Let's just get Zach Moss. He's an actual Buffalo Bill anyway, so we might as well bring him back. I am curious to see what kind of quarterbacks are left. All the horrible ones. I should have known. All the horrible ones are left. All right. Now's our time to pick up one of these wide receivers just to give us a sixth as a little bit of depth. Greg Ward or Chase Claypool. I'm probably going with Chase Claypool. Sorry, Greg, but Chase is the man.
The Bills are now on the clock.
So now that's all done. All the wide receivers are done. Quarterback is done. Let's go through it again. Quarterback is done. Running back is done. Fullback is done. Wide receiver is done. Tight end. I do want to run a 3 tight end set. So Troy Fumagalli, Nick O'Leary. God, maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to run a 3 tight end set. Richard Rodgers, Logan Thomas, Hunter Bryant. Maybe I get a young guy that we can move on from. Ooh, Thaddeus Moss. You know what? We'll get it. We'll get both the Mosses. We'll get Randy and his son on the same team. How awkward is that? Not awkward at all. I like it. So now we've got fullback done, wide receiver done. This is all available. Why am I not drafted? There we go. Tight end done, tackle, guard, center, right guard, right tackle, all done. Done at left end, maybe another right end, I don't know. If there is another defensive tackle, we could probably use him, but I'm not too worried about it if there isn't. And it doesn't look like there is. I'm not seeing anybody that I really want to pick up here. Oh, come on. Give me something. Nothing. What about left outside linebackers? Dakota Allen is a possibility. He's not that bad of a player. Chris Worley. Gross. We may have to come back for him. Shaquille Quarterman is still here, so we could possibly get both of those guys that we wanted. Cleke Hudson, he'd be a good role player, maybe on our practice squad for the first couple years. We're rolling up on pick 50, right? 51. So we're getting close to the end of the draft here. Once I get all these backups, you know what? Let's just get Shaquille Quarterman, so we don't have to worry about it.
The Bills are now on the clock.
So we got both Reggie Ragland and Shaquille Quarterman now. Pick 52. I'm not sure how many picks are left. There shouldn't be that many. Probably could do with another corner, maybe another 2 corners. Yeah, we need some corners. Cyrus Jones, Obi, Melifanu, Troy Pride Jr., Michael Jackson. We could get Michael Jackson. There's got to be some good young corners down here. Come on, there's got to be that diamond in the rough. Diamond in the rough down here. Come on. I know you're down here. I know you're down here. You're not down here. Wow, I really thought there'd be somebody. Let's get Obi. Obi-Wan Kenobi will go to the team. And then we'll come back and probably get Troy Pride Jr. as our last corner. I think 54 is the last pick, right? It's gotta be. How many picks are there? Troy Pride Jr. He's very young, very good. Or decently good, I guess. There's 55? Really? Is there 56? I don't know how many people here. These guys are either going to get... These are the guys that'll get either cut or traded or put on the practice squad. Let's get Dakota Allen. He's a decent player. Oh, that was it. There we go. 54 picks. 54 and trophy. Roster reshuffle. All right, I'll take it. All right, so we have the team. Not as good as I would have liked it to be. I didn't really focus on the defense. And I kind of forgot about Adam Vinatieri, our best player. Shout out to him. Okay, so we got Drew Brees, Carson Palmer, and Tim Tebow as our quarterbacks. We've got Adrian Peterson, Mike Davis, and Zach Moss as our running backs. Mike Allstott as our fullback. Randy Moss, Larry Fitzgerald, Deshaun Jackson, Josh Cribbs, T. Higgins, and Chase Claypool as our wide receivers. Rob Gronkowski, Tyler Eifert, and Thaddeus Moss, Randy's son, as our tight ends. Joe Thomas, Austin Jackson, John Hanna, Michael Jordan, Alex Mack, Ted Karras, Larry Allen, Jason Peters, Andrew Thomas, Isaiah Wilson. As our offensive line, Reggie White, AJ Epinesa, and Draymond Jones. Left ends, Alden Smith and Julian Okora are our right ends. Danico Autry, Devon Hamilton, and Leke Fotu are our defensive tackles. Terrell Suggs, Sean Lee, Dakota Allen, left outside linebacker. Clay Matthews, Reggie Ragland, Shaquille Quarterman, middle linebacker. Lawrence Taylor, Thomas Davis, Kaleke Hudson, right outside linebacker. Then we have our corners, Jason McCourty, Joe Hayden, which I actually drafted Joe Hayden before Jason McCourty, but who cares? Keeb Talib, Obi Melifanu, and Troy Pride Jr. Free safety is Darian Stewart. Strong safety, John Lynch, Rashad Jones, Eric Berry. But I'm actually going to I'm actually going to change Rashad Jones to free safety so that we have 2. He's a 79 now, right? Hopefully he goes up. I don't know. Is he going to go up? He is a 79. All right. And then we have kicker, Adam Vinatieri, and punter, Andy Lee. But we won't use the punter because we don't ever use the punter on this channel. Is there anything else that I want to change? I do want to make Larry Fitzgerald a captain. I know that. Just because he's Larry Fitzgerald. Are you sure you want to set this player as a captain? All captains will be highlighted on game day with a star under their feet, and most teams allow the captains to wear a patch on their uniform. Yeah, I want Larry Fitzgerald to be a captain, of course. Gronk. Can I make Adrian Peterson a captain? No, I think I ran out of captain spots. That's all right. So that's the team. That is the team. There definitely will be probably some trading. Probably some trading. The defense not looking too hot. Our defense is 88. Our offense is 99. Yeah, you can tell where I focused. I just got too caught up in all the good offensive players. I got distracted. I do kind of want to check around the league, see what kind of players went where and stuff, because we didn't see obviously the first 24 picks because the NFL for Madden doesn't want to show us that for some reason. So Khalil Mack is on the Bears still. Jim Otto's here, Tyreek Hill, Cameron Jordan, decent team. Rodney Harrison, Cam Newton. So all right, Bears looking okay. Joe Montana on the Bengals, Mike Singletary, Tony Gonzalez, Mike Webster, Sean Taylor. They got Phillip Rivers as well. Ezekiel Elliott, Sean McCoy, Keyshawn Johnson. I wanted Keyshawn, but I missed out on him. That's the Bills. That's us. The Broncos, Jack Lambert, Kellen Winslow, Darrell Revis. I wanted Darrell Revis. Bobby Wagner, Jerome Bettis, Randall Cunningham, Harrison Smith, Devontae Adams. Decent team. That's a pretty scary team, actually. The Browns, Luke Kuechly, Calvin Johnson, Steve Young, Chris Johnson, Ty Law, Simeon Rice, Art Monk, DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Hyde, Darius Leonard, Shaquille Griffin. That's a good Browns team right there. Look at that offense. Steve Young, Chris Johnson, Calvin Johnson, and Art Monk. That's a scary offense right there. The Bucks got Patrick Mahomes. All right. Champ Bailey, Steve Smith, William Perry, Cam Chancellor, Sam Madison, Trent Williams, Adam Thielen, Zach Ertz. All right, decent Bucks team. They got Patrick Mahomes, so they'll be in every game. Cardinals, Paul Krause, Vince Wilfork, Marshall Faulk, Howie Long, Chandler Jones, back on the Cardinals. Bob Sanders, Marlon Humphrey, Deshaun Watson. All right. Okay team. Chargers got Zach Martin, Eric Allen, Reggie Wayne, DeMarcus Ware, Mitchell Schwartz, Torrey Holt, Derrick Henry, Chris Jenkins, Chris Jones, Dante Culpepper. Good team. The Chiefs, who they replaced as quarterback, they got Otto Graham, I see down there. Nick Bosa, Darius Slay, Rodney Hudson, Willie Roof, and Patrick Willis. Colts got Brian Dawkins, Dan Deerdorf, Brian Westbrook, who I wanted. Tim Brown, Derwin James, Cooper Kupp, Geno Atkins, Carson Wentz. Not a very good Colts team. We should blow by them in the AFC. The Cowboys, the boys got Brady. Tom Brady is the quarterback of the Cowboys. All you Cowboys fans can dream about that one. Jonathan Ogden, who I wanted. Michael Irvin, back on the Cowboys. Teron Armstead, Mel Blount, Ricky Williams, Willie McGinnis, Stephon Diggs. That's a good Cowboys team. And they got Big Ben to back up Brady. All right, Cowboys. I see you out here. The Doofins. The Doofins got Dave Casper, LT, Rod Woodson, Donnie Shell, Randy White, Jason Kelsey, Ronnie Stanley, Matt Ryan, Mike Evans, Melvin Ingram. That's all I can really say about them. Stephon Gilmore to the Eagles with Walter Payton, Julius Peppers, Michael Strahan, Bill Romanowski, Matt Burke, Ted Hendricks, Merlin Olsen, Justin Simmons, Andre Rison, former Bill, Jim McMahon, Denzel Ward, Dak Prescott. I was wondering where Denzel went. Okay. I'd say okay Eagles team. Decent. Falcons, Willie Lanier, Barry Sanders, Eric Williams, and Ndamukong Suh, Myles Garrett, Tyrann Mathieu, Rondé Barber, Marquez Colston, Marshawn Lattimore, Jimmy Graham, who I also wanted, D Ford. Okay. Falcons looking pretty good. 49ers, Deacon Jones. The Deacon, man. I wanted Deacon Jones too. Ronnie Lott, Randall McDaniel, Darrell Green, Walter Jones, Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers on the 49ers. Teddy Bruschi, one of the best middle linebackers of all time. Curtis Martin, Gilbert Brown, Joey Bosa, Kendall Fuller. All right. Oh, wait. Was that A.J. Brown or Antonio Brown? That couldn't have been Antonio Brown. A.J. Brown. I was going to say, that couldn't have been Antonio Brown. He would have been 99 overall. Giants got Mel Renfro, Isaac Bruce, Warren Sapp, Ken Houston, Chris Carter, Mike Haynes, Joey Porter, Edgerrin James, Lamar Jackson, Fred Taylor, David DeCastro, George Blanda. Okay, Giants, I see you out here. You may be turning the tide. That's a good Giants team. They may be turning the tide, making the playoffs. Jags, they got Shannon Sharp. I wanted Shannon Sharp too. Franco Harris, Todd Gurley, Darnell Dockett, Tre'Davious White, Lance Allworth, Warren Moon, Grady Jarrett, Chris Godwin, Logan Ryan. It's about as good as you're going to get with Jags. Mean Joe Green on the Jets, Ray Nitschke, Derek Thomas, Troy Aikman, Chris McAllister, Andre Johnson, Tyrone Smith, Jair Alexander, Aaron Jones, Levante David, Juju Smith-Schuster down here as well. All right, team. Lions got Ed Reed and Orlando Pace. Oh, man, that hurts. I want Orlando Pace really bad. Troy Polamalu. Wow, they got Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu. Okay, Lions, I see you out here. And D-Hop. Terry Bradshaw's throwing to DeAndre Hopkins. Okay. Bob Lilly, Nnamdi Asomugha, Jari Evans, Allen Robinson, Everson Griffin. The Lions might be making the playoffs. That's a good safety core. Wow. Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu. Packers got Tony Baselli, Chris Gamble, Le'Veon Bell, Richard Sherman, Andre Reed, Amon Green, Eli Manning, Keenan Allen, Richard Seymour, Eddie Jackson, TJ Watt, Ken Anderson, Bradley Chubb, Marcel Darius. All right, that's an all right team. The Panthers, Zach Thomas, Bo Jackson, Bruce Matthews, John Randall, Anquan Bolden, Kurt Warner, Cliff Harris, Justin Tuck. I forgot about Justin Tuck. Jason Witten, Daniil Hunter, Demario Davis, AJ Green. That's a good Lions team. Wow. Or Lions team. That's a good Panthers team. They might be making the playoffs. My Patriots got Brett Favre. All right. Brett Favre to the Patriots. And Ray Lewis. Clinton Portis. Dre Bly? I don't know who that is. Dre Bly. Jack Youngblood. Herman Moore. Nick Chubb. Devin McCourty. Laramie Tunzel. All right. Joe Namath, too. The Raiders. Prime time. Michael Thomas, Von Miller, Alan Page, Quentin Nelson, Darren Sharper. Okay. Steve Atwater on the Rams, Russell Wilson, Willie Brown, Ricky Jackson, Charles Haley, Saquon, Joe Horn. Okay. Decent team. Ravens got Aaron Donald, Antonio Brown, Travis Kelce, Marshawn Lynch, Wow. Michael Vick, Marshawn Lynch, Antonio Brown, and Travis Kelce, and Hines Ward. That's a scary Ravens team. The Washington football team, Charles Woodson, Larry Wilson, Eddie George, George Kittle, J.J. Watt, John Elway, Jason Taylor. Some good people. Peyton Manning, Jared Brooks, Jim Brown, David Bakhtiari, Troy Vincent, Brian Young, Chad Johnson on the Saints. Seahawks Junior Seau, Ozzie Newsome, Emmitt Smith, Fletcher Cox, Jalen Ramsey, Tony Romo. Odell Beckham was down there too. Steelers, Bruce Smith, Eric Dickerson, Will Shields, Julio Jones, Johnny Unitas, Terrell Davis, Vincent Jackson, Earl Thomas, Jamal Adams. Texans, Dan Marino, Jack Ham, Terrell Owens, Kevin, I never know how to say his name. Christian Okoye, Sterling Sharp, Greg Olson, Larry Little, Ed Too Tall Jones. C-Mac, Run CMC, Jerry Rice, Anthony Munoz, Dallas Clark, Jack Tatum, Mushin Muhammad. That's a pretty good Titans team. And the Vikings, Night Train Lane, Steve Hutchinson, Marvin Harrison, Elsie Greenwood, Amari Cooper, Bobby Bell, Ryan Ramchick, Jim Kelly, Joe Mixon, All right. So out of everybody, I think the Ravens had the best team, to be honest. Although, was it the Lions getting Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu? That was crazy. But that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope it does as well as the first time I did it with the Bears. I hope last year. I hope it does as good as that one did. So I really do appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button and notification bell on the video. Hit the subscribe button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll see you guys in episode number 2. See ya!